How do I, a full-time software engineer, part-time student, part-time jiu-jitsu athlete, and part-time content creator get everything done without going crazy? Well, I'm going to show you how, because it's not some 2-hour morning routine or something crazy that involves you purchasing my course. It's 3 really simple things that I think you guys are actually going to get a lot of value from and that I need to implement better myself. So what better way to do that than create a YouTube video about it? Welcome back to the Live Company. My name is Matt. Today we're going to be talking about time management and how to actually create a system of time management that works for you. Now, with every single YouTube video about time management that you've ever watched, which you've probably watched multiple, there's always really basic and simple advice. And that's exactly what this video is. So I want you to understand first that time management is not difficult and it's actually really simple. If you can just spend the time here and actually be intentional with saying to yourself, okay, I'm gonna spend time here and actually learn something from it, then you're gonna benefit from this video. But if you're just watching videos to pass the time and say to yourself, man, how do I do time management better? I should watch a video about it. Then you should skip and you should watch a different video, because this is just a really simple, basic way to figure out how to spend time more effectively and how to not feel so guilty about it. The first one's a pretty simple one. It's this quote from Socrates that goes like this: "An unexamined life is not worth living." I used to play a lot of chess back in my day. So much so that I would literally not interact with my girlfriend. I would miss events because I would just be playing chess. I would not go to class because I would be playing chess, or I'd just play chess in class, right? This got so bad to the point that I was like about to fail a class that I really shouldn't have been failing. And I was just kind of like, okay, no more chess. I just deleted everything and I got it off my phone and I got it out of my system. But during the time that I was playing chess, during the moments that I was in class, doing something while I wasn't, actually supposed to be doing the thing I was supposed to be doing, I didn't really think about it and I didn't think I was wasting time. Only after I spent the time to reflect on the time that I spent, the memories that I lost out of, and everything that I lost kind of doing something that I didn't actually really enjoy, it makes me sad, because it makes me realize that, yes, this quote is true. An unexamined life is a life not worth living. So you have to spend time and you have to take 5 minutes, take 15 minutes to actually look back and ask yourself, why did I do that? And why am I gonna do it again? Or why wouldn't I do it again? And that's what something like this is really good for. This is a Hobonichi Techo. It's a book that essentially you can write all of your things in throughout the day. But the feature that it has, that's like the most important one, is that it has a page for every single day, right? So I only got this thing in February, so I'm just going to show you the January entries. There's nothing here, right? But look, January 24th, January 25th, it has every single day, and you can write down every single thing that happened throughout the day, right? So yesterday, I had to go to class. I had to go to the gym. I had to do a bunch of things that if I didn't write them down, I wouldn't have actually probably done. And writing them down is just like another way of reflecting on it. Because even if you haven't done something, it's like you're preemptively reflecting on that thing you need to do, right? Because you're just having a conversation with yourself. You are spending the time to reflect on an action you are going to do. If you want to actually spend time and not hate yourself or not be angry at the time you spend relaxing or accomplishing anything, just write down exactly what you want to do and why you want to do it. If I wrote down in my notebook, I want to play chess instead of paying attention in class, I probably would have looked at that and said, I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably pay attention to the thing I'm paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for, right? And it's like, if you just take 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 4 minutes doing something and spending time to actually intentionally put down exactly what you want to do, I'm 100% certain that the time that you spend doing something is going to be so much better because you wrote it down. It's in some sort of physical space. It's in a place where I actually enjoy writing in and I actually enjoy keeping notes in. That's another thing too. You need to have some sort of system that you actually enjoy. If you don't like Google Calendar, bro, don't use Google Calendar. Use a notebook. Use something that you like. If you want to use the Notes app, if you want to use anything, just have it in some place. Everybody's going to probably ask me, where did I get this from? Why did you pick this one? But it's not about this. It's about holding yourself accountable and actually doing something about you. Doing something that takes action, puts yourself into a state of reflection, and whether it be preemptive or, afterwards and stuff like that. I think writing is one of the most powerful tools for actually saving time because there's no other time where you can have a conversation with yourself and actually speak to yourself that isn't you actually standing in front of the mirror, right? So write in somewhere, have some place where you keep your information, keep logs of what you did throughout the day. And I promise you, you'll get better at not wasting time and being more reflective on the time that you do spend. Next one. This one's going to be the same. It's just going to like rip off. I thought this would work better, but I mean, what are you going to do? The successful warrior is the man with the successful man is the one with laser-like focus. This one's pretty self-explanatory. I think that not enough people actually spend time being focused on something. We have 8 hours in a workday, but how much are you actually spending doing work during those 8 hours? For me, I want to say that I can actually spend 4, maybe 3 hours of actually doing work, but the other times it's like I'm thinking, or maybe I'm in the bathroom, I'm doing something else. It's really difficult to actually just sit there and get work done. Like, work is such a difficult thing to define, and with time management, with saving time or anything like that, like, you need to be focused on the specific task that you want to do. And again, there's no better way of doing that than writing or actually having some sort of system that allows you to see the thing that you need to do. But like, the action of actually focusing on something is completely different than you think it is, because I don't think people understand what true focus is. The skill and the level that you can get to with anything, right, is just like so you don't even understand how much potential you have as a human being to be the best at something. Let's look at records and things in the past that have been like shattered or absolutely broken, right? I'm not saying people nowadays focus better than the people in the past, but look what can be accomplished with focus and with using information from the past. If you want to get better at something, you need to be able to focus and do something for a very long period of time. Some people dedicate their entire lives to getting good at something, but the fact that you can do that, the fact that it is possible for you to be really good at something with spending a lot of time doing it, spending a lot of time like becoming an expert at it, that just shows that like almost anything can be done. If you really want to do literally anything in this world that doesn't involve hurting people or something like that, you can do it. You can do it. And there's nothing that's stopping you, because there's the internet and there's all books and there's people and there's just no excuse really. And like, unless you are in complete abject poverty and you literally can't afford anything, you're homeless and like there's nothing there for you to actually grab or reach up on, there is probably no excuse for you to actually achieve the goal that you want to do. And even in those situations, there's definitely something that could be done for those people. There's definitely some way for them to redeem themselves. And I'm not saying you need to work harder, you need to grind and get out there, but there's 100% opportunity for you out there to actually do the thing you want to do. And all you have to do is focus. And that's the hard part. It's saying to yourself, I'm going to write down in my notebook exactly the goal that I have, and then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again until I get really, really good at it. And then other people will notice that I'm getting really good at it. And then other people will tell other people that, hey, this guy's really good at this thing. Let's give him an opportunity. It takes a lot of effort and skill to get good at anything. To walk, to talk, to exist in this world, you had to practice. To learn math, you had to spend years actually in a classroom learning something an hour a day. That's the only way you get better at stuff. You have to be focused. You have to, in order to be successful in, the fight of life, I say, that's why I like the warrior, is because like, you need to actually put time into learning something and getting better at something. And that takes time and that takes effort, and it's going to be harder and it's going to take longer than you think. Always. Always. I don't think it ever doesn't take as much time as you think. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 4 to 3 years. Like, the amount of effort that it took for me to get to the level that I'm at is absolutely insane. When I first started, I didn't think it would be that hard. I didn't think it would be that difficult, but you are tested. Just by existing, just by being alive, you are tested. And it's like, if you really want to get good at something, if you really have a dream that not a lot of people have that is going to put you into an extraordinary position, you better be extraordinarily focused. You better be an extraordinary keeper of your own time. You better work really hard. And it's like, nothing is going to be given to you, but the opportunity is there. So you got this. This is a great way to segue into our fake sponsor of today, and that is going to be ScreenZen. And I'll put a little thing up here of me using it, but ScreenZen is an amazing app to reclaim your time by using a time blocking mechanic inside your phone, right? So you've probably tried doing this before. You have your phone, you have like the 15 minutes, okay, I only want to use it for this many hours, right? ScreenZen takes us to a whole nother level. Let's say you're addicted to Instagram and you want to escape the constant usage and the constant barrage of whatever content's on there, right? So you set up a timer. I'm going to show you guys how to do it right here. And you now have to wait 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 5 seconds before opening the app. Are you really going to wait to do this when you should be focusing on the thing you're focusing on? This kind of works back to the focusing thing. You have something written down, you're supposed to be focusing on it, and you pick up your phone and you're on Instagram. It's like, no. Take the time to actually reflect on the thing that you're doing, use this app, wait the 15 seconds, and then go forward and do your doom scrolling or whatever you want. This app allows you to actually reflect and take the time to not do things or do things, and it's really good. So if you like this type of stuff, if you are in need of this type of stuff, definitely check out this app. Moving forward, this is a hard one. This is a big one. Focus on being productive instead of busy. There's a thing called spinning your wheels, right? Like, you can spend an entire day thinking about doing something rather than doing it when it could have taken you 15 minutes to go do that thing. The only way that you're going to actually get things done throughout the day is by telling yourself, no, I'm going to do it right now. Like, I'm staring at my bed that is unmade. I'm staring at a dirty pile of laundry right there. And I'm saying to myself, man, I'll do it later. Man, I'll do it later. But I know that's not how it works, right? I know that I literally just need to take 5 minutes, clean that up, and then it's going to be good for however long, right? But I'm not good at this, and I'm not perfect at this. And this is something I try living up to because, like, you know, I say to myself, oh man, that's busy work. Like, doing my dishes, doing my laundry, I need to get focused on real work, like making money. But the productivity is setting yourself up for the future. It's creating a system that allows you to do something once and not have to do it again. And you know what system that is really easy to implement and start with? It's by having like a chores list or like a weekly task list or something that you do every single day to make sure that when you wake up in the morning, your room is clean, or when you do something, it's like everything's gonna be okay and in order. Like, it's super difficult to actually convince yourself that being productive is cleaning, but it's like, yeah, it is. Being productive is spending time to do something once or create something once that you can like benefit off of for the rest of your life. Now, busy work is busy work. It'll happen. You know, you'll sometimes have to do some stupid assignment that you don't want to do and you won't be learning anything. But in the times that you actually have free time and you actually want to be productive and get something done, I really recommend that you do like an 80-20 analysis. An 80-20 analysis is when you look at something and you say to yourself, what are the most important things that I can like pull from this task or pull from this learning, and how can I apply them best? Rather than learning like everything and spending time and becoming like an absolute expert in something that you're doing. Let's say that you are, you know, trying to learn how to do graphic design, or like you're trying to figure out type fonts and stuff like that, right? Instead of spending like 3 hours sitting there learning in a class, right? What I usually do is I try doing something that will benefit me the most in the same amount of time period, right? So instead of spending 3 hours taking a class, I'm gonna spend 1 hour, hopefully in that class, and then I'm gonna spend another one of those hours actually building out a project, actually creating something, and then actually showing it to somebody, right? Because the 3 hours of spending time in the class, that content that's in there, like, I'm 100% sure not all of it is necessary to be the best version of a graphic designer or a typographist that you want to be. What you need to do is figure out what exactly the components that are going to make you and get you to the goal that you want to be at. Like, the 80-20 analysis is just taking the time to actually understand exactly the components that you need to be successful. And again, this goes back all the way to the top, right? You got to write stuff down. Hopefully you can write down that 80-20 analysis, and then you got to focus on it. And then right there, when you're actually spending time to do that thing, you'll have a better picture, you'll have a better understanding of what exactly you need to do. And when you do that, that is when you're going to be spending time properly. That exact time when you understand exactly what is necessary to get the task done, like without having to agonize and spend countless hours trying to figure something out, that is when you will kind of reach like nirvana, or reach some sort of state where you're like, damn, I can kind of figure out anything and actually do anything, right? I think a lot of engineers kind of get to this position when they are tasked with a problem that they probably don't really know the solution to best, but they are so in tune to solving problems that they know exactly who to speak to. They know exactly how to get around the problem, talk to management, talk to somebody else, figure out some sort of like agreement with another person, and then they can solve the problem. It's not about having an answer to everything. It's about being able to solve a problem. That's exactly what engineering is, and that's exactly what you should be doing to solving the problem of not having enough time in the day, or feeling like you're wasting your time, or feeling really guilty for the time that you spend doing anything. So I just gave you 3 really good opinions and approaches to actually overcoming the feeling of wasting time. And again, this is really broad, this is really general. I'm young, I'm not perfect, as you can tell. I have some dirty laundry I have to do right now, and it's like, the only way you get better at things is by spending time and thinking about them. So my homework for you is to spend some time reflecting on the time that you've spent. Take 5 minutes, write in a notebook that you enjoy writing in, and actually talk about what you enjoyed throughout the day, or what you enjoyed doing, and like what was a waste of time? What did you feel like you didn't do well enough? What was something you can get better at? And once you start reflecting, you start thinking about the things that you're doing, I promise you with absolute certainty, you will feel better and you will improve yourself. And you will basically already be at the beginning of engineering a solution to your problem. And you're going to do great. And you're an amazing person. And don't feel bad. You're getting better. You got this. Trust me. All right? My name is Matt from the Live Company. Hope you learned something, and thanks for watching. Peace!